What's good, homies? Welcome back to another episode in our West Tigers rebuild series, back with England in the Four Nations, getting ready for game 2. Before we jump into the match, we have made one lineup change, and that's due to Gareth Wood being suspended, so he'll be missing out for the rest of the tournament. As for his replacement, I decided to go for Rugby Chase, an odd choice I know, but out of the available players, his stats were superior to the rest, and that's pretty much why I chose him. Alright, so our opponent for today are Scotland. Not expecting much, to be honest. As we take a look at their lineup here, they've actually got a few decent NRL players in their side, with Kane Leonard, Ewan Aiken in the centres. They've got Lachlan Coote at the back, and they've got Peter Wallace at hooker. That's pretty much the only players I know in this team, other than Danny Bruff, I think it is. As we return the kick here, shifting it, looking for a forward to take it up to the line, and it's going to be McQueen here with some decent post-contact meters. Hardaker goes for a little scoot. Not ideal as we run straight into a prop who absolutely levels us there, and we lose the ball. So we're off to a terrible start. Scotland inside our 20 as they throw an inside ball to Massey, and Massey charges towards our 10. On the first, they go short to Bruff. Bruff finds a runner in Kavanagh, their prop, who also charges towards the try line here, 5 meters out, as they go out the back to Moore, and they try and send it out to Lachlan Coote. Actually, it's Lachlan Coote who passes it out to Blackmore, their winger. Another long ball here to Peter Wallace, who should have just grounded the ball for the first try, but he ends up passing it, and so it'll be Kavanagh taking the tackle. Another short pass here to Moore, makes it over the line, but as you'll see here, he's flipped on his back, gets held up, and it's going to be 5th and last. Alright, so they're back on the 10, 5th and last. They send it to Carter, who puts a little grubber through, and it's well defended there by Rugby Chase. And despite that knock on early on in the game, we actually managed to defend a full set on our line, as Rugby Chase dummies inside, sends it out to Hall, and it's going to be Ryan Hall who squeezes through that tiny gap on the wing, and we're going to race away here for the first try of the game after a strong defensive set. Alright, so let's take another look at the try here. Rugby Chase shows it inside to Whitehead, and then he ends up floating it out to Ryan Hall with barely any room to move. An early dive there by I think Kane Leonard or Lachlan Coote, one or the other, as we taunt and ground the ball for the first try. A decent try at that. Back off Luke Gale, an easy kick to start things off here, as we slot it from right in front and we got by a converted try. Alright, so 14 minutes in, Scotland with ball in hand on our 30. They go short, then send it wide to Wardle. A familiar name in my Newcastle Knights career, unless it's a totally different Joe Wardle, as they send it short to Bruff, and Bruff tries to put a kick through, ends up knocking it on, picked up by Sam Burgess, who races away here. Room to move, gets the pass away to Joe Burgess, and Joe Burgess finally gets grounded on the 20. As we charge onto the ball through Gale, Gale finds George Burgess, and George Burgess gets taken down 15 meters out from the try line. Luke Gale once again sends it wide. Elliot Whitehead gets absolutely crunched in the tackle, and it's going to be Rugby Chase ending up with the ball. Still around 15 meters out, as Whitehead sends it to Ryan Hall, and Hall takes the tackle on the 10. Third tackle, we go back to Chase. Chase throws a short ball to Sam Tompkins, I think that was, that got ankle tapped. As we almost throw a forward pass, but we take the tackle anyway. Tompkins in at dummy half, 5th and last. We go to Rugby Chase, puts a crossfield kick through, and it's going to be Joe Burgess. Plucks it out of the air, grounds it just before the dead ball line for our second try of the game, and arguably what most likely will be the try of the tournament here. Looking back at the replay, man, I thought for sure, in real time, I thought for sure that the ball was going to go out on the full. But luckily we had Joe Burgess on the chase, and he had eyes only for the ball. So we take another look from his perspective, and as he chases the ball here, it kind of looks like everyone else around him thinks the ball's going out, but it doesn't go out. He makes the catch and grounds it just before the line. Such a beautiful try, it looked really dope in motion. I don't usually go for crossfield kicks, but that was literally the first time I went for it in the game and it actually worked out for me. I've tried it in casual matches but could never get it right. And yeah, the payoff for that was just as satisfying as dropping a beautiful little inside ball or executing any sort of set play. But I guess it is Scotland after all, and we could afford to take bigger risks in game as they give a penalty away, and this is actually like their third penalty in a row. And as a result of that, you're going to see here Ewan Aitken getting sent to the bin for 10 minutes. Alright, so 34 minutes in, after a knock on from Scotland, Luke Gale throws the dummy, cracks the line, gets wrapped up by Lachlan Coote at the back, and we're just outside their 20 here. On the first, we go to Sam Burgess running onto it, and he gets stopped inside the 20. Second tackle, we go short to Gale, he links up with Chase, and we just get caught drifting sideways there. Kinda grabbing, looking a bit cheesy, but third tackle here, we go back to Chase, and Chase gets smashed on the tackle. That's like the third or fourth big hit this game, as we almost throw a forward pass, but we actually turn around. I didn't know what else to do, so we just turned around on the spot, and it opened up right around the ruck, and we just strolled through for our third try of the game. Probably the easiest try to score, as we convert it from right in front once again. We're just piling on the points at this point as we head into the break, leading Scotland 18 points to 0. To be honest, I wasn't really expecting much out of Scotland in the first place, so as cocky as that sounds, this scoreline really wasn't a surprise. As we take a look at the halftime match stats, the biggest letdown for Scotland here is their discipline. They've made 6 errors, conceded 3 penalties, and they've only missed 7 tackles, which is a surprise. Alright, so back in the second half, with Scotland in attack, again finding their way inside our half of the field. On our 20 here, on the last, they put up a bomb, and it's a pretty nothing kick as it goes sideways, fielded by Aitken, and he's going to get wrapped up inside the 20. That's pretty much how they've been attacking all game long. They get into some decent positions on the field, but they just can't put anything together in attack. As we run it on the first, Rangi Chase takes it to the line, and he gets smashed for like the second time in the match. Short ball to Graham here, and he gets double teamed and driven backwards. On the third, as we send it wide to Gale, tries to throw an inside ball to Tompkins, a sloppy ball, but it's scooped up anyway, and he beats their fullback Lachlan Coote, and we're going to race away here for our 4th try of the match. Definitely got a little bit of luck on our side as we take another look at what actually happened here on the replay. As you can see, we send it wide to Luke Gale, tries to drop an inside ball, it hits a Scottish player, and good hands there by Sam Tompkins, and the beautiful footwork to get around Lachlan Coote. And it was just a foot race from that point on. We almost got chased down by, I think, Danny Brough, that is, giving chase. But we had a bit of room to move, and we had enough pace to distance ourselves from the rest. As we set up with Gale once again, it's been an easy night off the boot for Luke Gale. Fairly easy kicks all night. As we jump back into the action, 8 minutes remaining in the match, Scotland with the scrum feed. As they send it to Lachlan Coote, steps between 2 players, and he's going to get wrapped up inside our 40. First tackle, just looking for a consolation try of Scotland. A nice little offload, but it ends up drifting forward, and they turn the ball over. So just nothing going Scotland's way in this match. As we get the feed to the scrum, Sam Burgess delivers it from the base to Rangi Chase, steps around a defender, and he gets ankle tapped and stopped just inside their half of the field. First tackle, we go to Gale, Gale goes wide, and it's going to be Hardacre with the line break, gets around Lachlan Coote, who's having a shocking game, and we end up getting reeled in just a meter from the line. Second tackle, we try to step one-on-one with Gale, and Gale gets set on his ass. On the third this time, Chase takes it to the line, and he gets smashed for a third time. As we continue to chip away at their line here, just asking questions, and we end up knocking the ball on, and that actually ends up being the final play of the game. Not an ideal place to finish the game, but it was still a dominant performance by us nonetheless. Full time here at Totally Wicked Stadium. Yep, that's the name of the stadium. Totally Wicked. we defeat Scotland 24 points to 0. So we take a look at the full-time match stats, and it's going to be Sam Tompkins picking up man of the match. As always, if you made it this far into the video, hit up the comment section with a simple #OddSquad. Don't forget to slap the f*** out of that like button. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you later.